The following bout to go a distance of 3 by 3 minute rounds, men's Muay Thai action in the Pro-Am light heavyweights division. Introducing to you first and fighting out of the blue corner, standing 1.76 meters tall, weighing in at a lean and ready 78.55 kilograms with a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Pride Fighting Academy in Cape Town, Mago Mutabi. And his opponent will be fighting out of the red corner with the red trunks, weighing in at 78.85 kilograms with a perfect record of 2 wins and no losses. He fights out of the Domination Gym in KwaZulu-Natal. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Khaya Ntombela.
Welcome aboard. Activate.
The big dog has entered the ring and marked off his territory. Khaya Ntombela coming all the way from KwaZulu-Natal. Domination Gym, run by Clint Walters, his head trainer. As these two fighters head into the Y Crew, he's going to be fighting up against Pride Fighting Academy and Cape Town's Mago Mutabi, who's making his first appearance at Thaiholics Fight Promotions.
Yeah, I noticed when Mago came into the ring, he was pretty much mean mugging, but I remember thinking to myself, he's going to need more than just, a bit of a death stare to get through this bout. I obviously don't know much about him, but, what we do know about Ntombela is that he's a big unit. You'll see when he stands next to his coach, Clint Walters, who's also a huge individual. I mean, they're not too far off in size. The former MTN gladiator himself, Coach Grizz. Giving away my age there. Most people listening to this probably don't know what that is.
No, I definitely do, because Clint lets us know by posting pictures from back in the day on his Facebook feed.
I think we need to make sure on the next event that we get a nice picture to put up, just to stick over his face so everyone knows Blade.
Coached by Blade. Mago Mutabi, just like his teammate who fought in the opening bout of this evening's card, Tian Fanas, more of a MMA fighter than a Muay Thai fighter. He's coming into Muay Thai just to get that rounded experience that I'm sure he wants to take further into his fighting career, whether it be Muay Thai or MMA or boxing. He's had all three. So here we have him. Not much known about his fighting style. You know, I'm in the same gym. I see him regularly. And then I'm always joking to him, you learn how to kick yet. So that answer is going to be coming up right now.
Yeah, I saw him. We cut to screen earlier where he was in the back busy warming up. I was just noticing, you know, like he's got a little bit soft on the kicks. I'm not sure if it was just because he's busy, you know, warming up and getting the hips all warmed up there like that. But I think he's going to have to push through on that knee, put a lot of power in. I'd like to see what his boxing looks like. I mean, obviously the guys out of PFA, well-rounded fighters. If he's using, you know, taking this striking art into his MMA, it's always going to be for the benefit.
And you know, Khaya Ntombela as well, he's an MMA practitioner himself. So both these guys are really showing MMA what it is, mixed martial arts. They're mixing it up.
Exactly.
And here they are doing Muay Thai. Of course, Khaya, the very much alike looking brother of Sibanelo Ntombela, who is back home in KZN, I'm sure cheering him on, watching live on YouTube here. Share it around, tell your friends if they ain't got nothing to do, there's no real sport action on this weekend, we got you all to ourselves. So share that link around between your friends. Of course, it's free on YouTube.
Ntombela's got a 5 centimeter reach though, probably going to be putting that to good use. Mago down in the corner, ready to go.
Sheer focus from Mago Mutabi as he's on his haunches in the corner, staring at Khaya Ntombela, who gets his shirt. And you know, what do you notice about him? Guy is ripped. Now, I said earlier, he had to drop 10 kilos before this weigh-in yesterday, and that was from Monday. Wow. So he's had a tough cut. You know, I wish I could just have the discipline to switch off the knee.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, we might start to see some fatigue depending how long this fight goes and what sort of pressure he puts on as well. Something we actually saw from Sibanelo as well, you know, like we expected him often to steamroll his opponents, and he comes out with a lot of power, but like, you know, when you cut in that much weight, it's difficult to maintain that power throughout the fight.
And there we go, Mago Mutabi telling me he's learned how to kick. Both fighters look in amazing condition, such physical specimens that we're seeing here.
And you can see Khaya doesn't really like being walked down, even though he's willing to stand on the outside and trade. I think he's quite used to being the guy going forward. And sometimes just that one little change in your game plan mixes everything up and sort of throws you.
Mutabi looking very composed here in a fight against a guy who's very much a little bit more experienced than he is, especially at Thaiholics Fight Promotions.
He just needs to be careful with that lazy left hand that he doesn't get caught.
Like that.
You know, Ntombela comes with a lot of power in that overhand. We saw that earlier with George Donatara also doing a similar kind of thing, finding that gap. Big swing and a miss, nice lean back avoidance there from Ntombela.
Khaya Ntombela showing us a southpaw look as he mugs him for the missed kick.
I think what Mago maybe needs to do is to start using a bit more feint, so like set up a kick like it did, show that you're going to throw it, make him avoid it, and then come back into the kick again.
So he's already got a built-in feint there if he's going to be expected to be throwing that high kick, but I'd like to see Mago as well start to focus on the leg kicks. You know, he's got big legs, has Khaya Ntombela, but that doesn't mean that the pain can't still come.
Yeah, also just bring it into the body, you know, especially if you're leaning back, there's zero defense. You're not going to be able to check a kick when you're leaning back, or if you do, it's going to be on the back foot anyway. Nice catch there, looking for the sweep.
Mago's got that catch pretty well scouted. He's got his timing down.
Yeah, so he's doing a really good job. He's eating a few shots as he comes in, but he's doing a good job of just walking Khaya down, landing his shots, mean mugging all the way through. Maybe just needs to lift that leg for those checks to make sure he doesn't take too much damage and slow himself down.
Good action in the opening round here. TFP 5, a spinning heel kick coming from Mutabi. Again, it misses, and Khaya makes him know that it missed.
Khaya's got that long jab and is finding his home there.
Khaya also is fighting like a guy who's dropped 10 kilos in the week of a fight. He's being very economical with what he's doing.
For sure.
I think he knows he doesn't want to get caught without a gas tank late in the fight.
Yeah. I think he rocked him a little bit there with that big right. You see Mago blinking through. Done well to recover here. Just need to make sure that that left hand stays glued to his chin.
Poker player's face here at the casino from Mago Mutabi. End of round number 1.
Nice drives round from the guys, as we said, being economical with their exertions, but also making sure that they are landing when they need to. We haven't seen any majorly wild shots being thrown there. A couple of nice avoidance of the head kicks from Khaya.
Right, pick a winner of that round, would you dear, Carl Byrne?
I think just based on the way the forward pressure that Mago was putting on and the fact that he was actually landing some good clean strikes, I'd give him that round.
Interesting take on it from Carl Bergman here at ringside. Both fighters look pretty calm in the corner there. There's nothing major coming out of either of them in terms of facial expression, mouth open. It's not happening. Khaya, maybe he looks like he's puffing a little bit, but he's standing in between the rounds.
Yeah, a little bit. I noticed that early in the fight as well. You know, he threw a couple of flurries and then had, you know, his mouth open, breathing quite heavily. But that also could be the fact that he had to do such a big cut as well. You know, that energy exertion, you start to feel it instantly. He's also had to travel to get here, so that's another thing.
And he's 79.5 kilograms worth of light heavyweight.
Yeah.
So let's remember that factor. These guys with the big muscles suck big oxygen.
For sure.
As we've settled in for the beginning of round number 2, Mutabi rushes to the middle of the ring. Both of them did, in fairness. But Mutabi looks like he's got an intensity about him that
yeah, so this is where the guys are going to be able to separate out now, and we're going to maybe get a bit more clear idea of what's happening in the fight. Nice slip there from Mago. Looks like he's wanting to come forward and put that pressure on again. Catching kicks, always a good way to frustrate your opponent. You know, make them doubt what they can do. Khaya putting a lot more pressure on this round though.
Even though Mutabi is still the guy kind of making the moves forward. Oh, so he catches the referee on the chin with the back hit. Good chin shown by our referee, Jean-Ray Blaine.
Khaya coming with some big looping shots here. Definitely maybe got told in the corner there that he needs to turn it up here and go look for those shots, go hunting.
Mutabi is a smooth operator here in round number 2. He's looking very comfortable.
Yeah, he's starting to find his rhythm now. But he keeps walking into those big shots that Khaya's got. You know, and Khaya doesn't really need to do much to land those shots. He just has to stick his arm out. He's got the reach advantage, and Mago coming forward, you know, walking into those stiff jabs.
You know, Mutabi has made the catch of the kick for the umpteenth time and has not been able to finish it off by putting his fighter on the floor. Either that's because Khaya is so heavy set that he's hard to get onto the floor, or his technique just needs to be tweaked to a sense that he's able to affect those knockdowns and sweeps.
Yeah, so I think what he's also doing, he's making the catch, and then he's trying to go through that motion of what decision to make next. And instead of going directly for the sweep or throwing the punch, you know, he's getting stuck with holding Khaya's foot there and not really being able to follow on.
It's almost like building that instinctual ability to know what to do next instead of having to think to yourself.
That's also something that comes with experience and the more that you do it, and with lots of sparring, of course. Pajit coming off the arm.
Say that word again.
Down. Pajit. Or as you might want to say, the armband. Khaya clinching up now, turning on the pressure, putting on some power into the shots.
Became a little messy for Ntombela. I think he really needs to operate at a distance. I think going in close is not the idea for him. He's got the long levers, use them.
Yeah, for sure. And also what happens, like when he gets into the clinch, he does get a bit wild. Not every shot's landing, you know, so you need to make sure that the strikes are effective. But when he does land, we can see there's a bit of a frustration on Mago's face. The shots are obviously coming with quite a bit of power.
Good block by
Mutabi. As he goes high to the head there. Takes it on the glove, but still, you know, that impact, something you feel.
Mutabi making all the movements, going forward, changes position to the center of the ring. And now
very tight round here though. Like, I think what's happening is that Mago's, you know, doing all the work of doing the pressure, but he's actually the one who's eating most of the shots. So he's not landing the strikes when he's coming in, swinging and missing. But the guys have a final little stay off there. Final round coming up.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to watch this stream live on YouTube. Thaiholics Fight Promotions. Share that link around. There's not much sport going on this weekend, so send it to all your friends to watch the Muay Thai action that's going on here in Cape Town. Of course, we've got the main card coming right up after a break after this fight. And then, of course, follow us on Facebook, Thaiholics Fight Promotions, and Instagram, Thaiholics_fight_promotions to stay with the play. Our winning fighters tonight were all winning hampers sponsored by Endurade. And, of course, every time I'm announcing a winner, Endurade's popping the big green bag with the goodies, and it keeps these fighters motivated that they're getting something out of it, especially the guys who aren't getting paid for the action, like the amateurs and the pro-ams. 3 Endurade prizes are going to be given away to 3 lucky spectators in the live venue tonight. And we're going to be doing that during the break. Unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing who those winners are, but we are going to be seeing who the winner is of this fight after this round. It's round number 3. Khaya Ntombela tries to raise the crowd to get everybody going. Mutabi as well asking his supporters to lend their voices.
Both guys trying to dig deep now for this energy. Referee John Reblain trying to get them started.
Mutabi eats a right hand straight away. He thought it was going to be a tap of the gloves.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You did that at the beginning of the fight. No need for it now.
So he's standing in front of Ntombela. He's very square. The hand keeps dropping and he keeps eating those shots as well, especially on the jab. Just to make sure that that hand fires and comes straight back to his chin. I like that little oblique kick that he's using there. You know, just putting his heel into Ntombela's thigh every time he sticks to that. It's a very effective strike, actually.
Round 2,
Ntombela returns.
Who are you giving round 2 to?
Yeah, round 2, actually, even though Mutabi was doing all the forward pressure, I like the fact that Ntombela was landing good, clean shots, so I would give it to him there. I think it's 1 apiece at the moment.
I'd say fair assumption. Good action coming through from these 2 fighters. They're real fan favorites. They're just throwing it to the crowd.
And also the crowd's enjoying the big shots. Every time, you know, they land a nice big shot, the crowd's going, oh, ooh.
Crowd that is here, a very good crowd in the house tonight, almost fully packed. I'm sure the rest of those seats are going to be filled by the time the main card event begins. Mutabi's not throwing with all that much venom, I must say. Those kicks are coming in at a pedestrian pace.
Yeah, he's just busy standing in the pocket, maybe looking for some openings, you know, trying to find some flow, but Ntombela definitely generating a lot more power with these strikes there. And Mago needs to be very careful that he doesn't duck into a big kick or knee. He's trying to use that head movement to avoid some of the punches, but, you know, if Ntombela reads it correctly, he'll be able to just slip something, maybe put his shin to chin. The guy's happy to just turn into a bit of a boxing match here. I guess it's a show of will. And I think Khaya again landing a lot more cleanly, putting the pressure on you in the last minute of this round.
It's making the difference.
Yeah, he's got Mutabi walking back and taking shots. Mutabi has a look up at the clock, goes for a spinning elbow. Oh! Ntombela returns the favor. Missing. Guys having a laugh with each other. The crowd's having a good laugh too.
I love these theatrics, I really do.
Yeah, and a lot of it, you know, Muay Thai is showmanship, so it's not just about getting in there and kicking and punching and elbowing your opponent. Especially if, you know, if you watch some of the Thai greats, you know, especially someone like Sanchai, they're all about that flair and, you know, interacting with the crowd and just showing that they're comfortable at the same time.
It's another part of the game that you got to learn at the theatrics. 10 seconds remaining.
Guys slugging it out. Again, very similarly to round number 2, I think, you know, Mutabi was trying to put some pressure on, trying to close that distance, but Khaya just doing more work and landing more effective strikes. But as always, we've left it in the judges' hands now, and we'll see what they have to say about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this fight will be receiving a hamper from our sponsors, Endurate, and we go to the judges' scorecard after 3 rounds of action. Your winner being decided by unanimous decision victory. Fighting out of the red corner, Khaya and Ntombela.